Voters will decide on several local races and issues this November. 21 News is your place for politics. We're spending 5 minutes at 5 with the candidates to help the voters get to know them ahead of Decision 2025. Incumbent candidate Greenville Mayor Paul Hamill is running against Deputy Mayor Jean Carr Fisher for mayor of Greenville. Mayor Paul Hamill, he is joining me here now. Thank you for taking the time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, so let's get right to it. For those who don't know you, share a little bit about your experience and what you bring to the role as the incumbent candidate.
Yes, so as far as my experiences is I've been serving now, this is my 10th year on council. I'm in my 4th year as the mayor council president, which was formed under the home rule charter that we enacted. 6 years of regular council, a little over 3 years of that as council president. I serve on a couple different boards for the county. I even serve on a couple of boards through the state of Pennsylvania's Association of Boroughs. So I stay pretty busy with committees and representing Greenville throughout not only the county but the state.
And you know, why are you running again for re-election, and what do you hope to achieve if you are elected?
I'm running again because we've spent the last 10 years pulling Greenville out of being an economically depressed area, made all those harsh choices. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes that unfortunately the voters don't get to see. It's not the glamorous pave a road type work, but we've put Greenville in a position to really start moving ahead, not only in our redevelopment, but just as a community as a whole. So I want to see that through. I want to make sure the SOPs we put in place to not get back into Act 47, stay there, get our redevelopment authority up and running, and just take another 4 years and get Greenville over that goal line of redeveloping itself and putting itself back on the map.
Is there an achievement that you're most proud of since you started serving as mayor?
One of the achievements that I made was several years back. I petitioned the state to change the redevelopment authority law because up to that point only populations or communities of population of 10,000 could have a redevelopment authority. So I petitioned the state to actually change the law to where all municipalities in Pennsylvania now can have a redevelopment authority. So that was a big change that I made, and I was able to make that because of the boards that I sit on and the connections that I've made for the time that I've been there.
And curious, because we're seeing inflation rise on personal budgets, government budgets, businesses too. Where do you think the state or even the federal level could offer more funding that maybe you'd like to go after or be awarded that would help communities like Greenville? You know, you've got an active governor in place in Pennsylvania. Are you getting enough state support?
So that's kind of a double-edged sword. You got to be careful on what you ask for because all federal and state money come with a bunch of rules and regulations. But I would say for me, I would like to see not only the redevelopment authority because that's your front line to all your blight is a good redevelopment authority. So you know, either the state or the federal government putting up some kind of funding to use the seed money to get them up and going because unfortunately that is an area that all communities need desperately, but it's also a very expensive area to operate in. I'd like to see more funding put into housing rehab for low-income people that just need a roof or a window rather than the current programs that we have that say that you got to redo the whole house. And probably lastly, fire departments. Greenville's fortunate we have a paid fire department, so we don't qualify for a lot of stuff that volunteer fire departments qualify for. And buying trucks are extremely expensive. $600,000 for a normal engine, $1.2 million for a ladder truck that pumps. So some kind of source of funding to help fire departments get the equipment that they need to serve the community would be absolutely great. And
tell us about yourself. You're the mayor, you have a family. Tell us about you as a person.
Me as a person, okay. Well, I've been married for 29 years. I'm a business owner. I've been self-employed most of my life. I currently own and operate a store that's on its 18th year. I'm a project manager for a newly developed construction company in the borough. I got a family of 3. 2 of my sons are still with me. One unfortunately passed away 2 years ago. But I'm just basically a businessman, always working. In fact, I asked my wife, she'll tell you I work way too much.
Oh boy. Well, we won't bring that up, but also,
okay.
yeah. Real quick, what sets you apart from your opponent?
What sets me apart, I believe, is not only my training and my background, because I am one of the first ever certified borough officials in Greenville, is my ability to not only listen to what other people say, but to leave everything at the door. And what I mean by that is when you serve in this role, whether you like someone, you don't like someone, agree or disagree with them, you have to leave that at the door. Because when you're sitting at that table, you have to have an open conversation about the best for the community. And if you don't like that person, that's fine, but you still have to listen to them. You still have to be able to hear what they say and work with them to achieve the goals for the community.
All right, Paul, thank you so much for joining us right here for 5 Minutes at 5.
No, thank you.
And you can watch more of our 5 Minutes at 5 segments with the candidates. Just head over to the 5 p.m. video tab on the 21 News app.